Hello and welcome back to Premier League Fantasy Football. This is Kenny691 here. Sorry about the difficulties we've had in recent weeks, but I think that should be sorted now. So without further ado, let's get on to last week's points. So after the great performance by the team in week 8, I wasn't quite able to repeat that in week 9 sadly. 43 points, which is 7 short of my target. It's not great, but the average was actually only 42, so it could have actually gone a lot worse. It's a very strange week in the Premier League. And that didn't actually go too badly in the Giblets YouTube League either. The league has now got nearly 115 people in it, and despite the week I had, I actually moved up to 37th from 39th, I think. But as you can see from the points, it's very tight week on week. There's only like a couple separating several places. But overall, because I moved up, it can't be seen as too bad of a week, I guess. It was bad in general for everyone, so mine was actually pretty good. As for the important bit, the transfers, my change this week was bringing in Virgil van Dijk for Eric Bailly, obviously because Bailly's, I think, got a long-term injury. And Southampton have been playing a lot better lately, very, very good defensively, so I brought in Van Dijk. Though if you're looking for changes on other areas of the pitch, Stanislas has been very good in the midfield, so he might be a very cheap and very good signing. Charlie Austin's picking up for Southampton as well. You can remember I had him in my team at the start of the season, but he wasn't really performing, so I sold him. But if you haven't got him, he'd definitely be one to consider. He's scoring a lot of goals. Stanislas is playing great for Bournemouth right now. Just look at the informed teams and see what cheap, good value players you can get from them. And this is my likely lineup for game week 10. As you can see, Alvaro does appear to be injured, but it says he'll be back on the 29th of October, which would be this Saturday. Even if he's not back, it'll make an automatic substitution if he's out through injury. So I'll put him in the team because he's a good defender, and even if he doesn't play, either Johnny Evans or Van Dijk will be brought into the side. John Stones is still in, even though he had a shocker last week. But thankfully, even though he played bad, he gave the goal to Redmond, and Redmond is in my team, so it kind of levelled out. I've been talking about Southampton playing well lately. Redmond's another one who has been playing well, so I'm leaving him in the team. Coutinho in the midfield as well. Son has dropped off, but I'm holding on to him for now. Sanchez remains as captain despite not scoring last week, but if he doesn't put in a good performance this week, I'll probably change him for Costa. Costa, who is still playing well, even though he didn't quite score against United. I was tempted to put Benteke as captain for the idea that he might score against his old club, but I went against it because he hasn't been playing particularly well lately. And Deeney keeps his place up front as well in the 3-4-3. So I've got a good balance here of I've only got a few expensive players on the pitch, and a lot of the others are just good value, like Troy Deeney and Nathan Redmond. And that's about it for this week. It's good to be making videos in this way again. I wasn't having fun doing the right way, but I finally found a place suitable where I can record videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.